Alright, so we got something pretty cool from Hanshaw, and it's going to be for the Model 3, and these are actually taillights. I don't remember what they're called. Bought them a while back, haven't had a chance to install them yet. Let's see if we can pull one out. That's what they look like. So they're sequential, and they got a nice light pattern, and I actually got the ones with the yellow blinker because the Model 3 comes with a red blinker for the turn signal. Yeah, the hard part about these is that because they have like an animation sequence and they use both the inner and the outer lights, quite a bit of wiring here that's going to have to be installed, which I'm not looking forward to, that's for sure. But first things first, let's open this up. So we're going to have to take off the tail lights, and I think it's not too hard. There's a screw here on top, and then behind here, peel this back, get to it, there's some more nuts. Same thing for this side, and for the back we're gonna have to take this cover off here to get to these guys. So yeah, all right guys, so I took out one of the lights here. It's pretty simple. There's just a couple little 8mm bolts, and I also took off this trim that went on the top here. Yeah, thinking about how I'm gonna route the wires to the trunk, thinking through here. I don't know, that's a lot of routing, but we'll see how it goes. I really don't want to do anything external, but if I have to, I think I'll have to do it. Alright guys, so I popped off the cover here underneath the trunk, and now we can get to the other lights here and their plugs. And I kind of routed these up, or hooked them up, to make sure everything works, and everything does. And this just plugs into here and it'll start working. So it's a bunch of wires all in between, but it's not too bad, and it is all labeled and makes sense. You just have to hook it all together. Alright guys, so I hooked everything up just to make sure it works, and it does. So I got the 4-way on, the lights are on. The fit and finish is okay. It's not lining up perfect, but it's not bad. Also here, it's mostly the trunk is probably a little offset, that's why. But I can probably, you know, put some shims underneath and level it out a little better. But overall, pretty good. These little ends here stick out. Maybe a heat gun and put them in. This one on this side is a little worse, you can see. So the fit and finish is okay, but the lights look great. This is just a test. As you guys can see, nothing's hooked up, and I just got everything kind of hanging there. So what's gonna have to happen is the wire from here needs to go around and then meet with this one, and then they both have to go through here and then into the trunk. And then we got this one wire in between the two lights here. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that, put everything back, and then we'll check out a little closer of how the lights look and turning on animation, the brake, the reverse, things like that. All right guys, so I want to show you some progress. I got a heat gun and actually heated the ends to make it look more flush, and it actually worked. Just heat it up and then hold it down. Same thing for this side. It was actually really bad, but it's pretty reasonable now. So pretty happy how it's turning out. And also I put washers behind here to make it pop out a little more, to be more even here. And same thing for this one. So it turned out pretty good, and it looks good. And on the inside, all the wires are nicely tucked in, and I got them running through here, and then I made a hole, kind of went on the inside, and then made a hole out here, and you can kind of see the wires there, both of them, and then made another hole and went inside there, so everything is nice and clean. And then they come out from the inside and travel into the light, and the other one, you can see it goes through this tray to the other side. So yeah, I just have to button everything up, clip this panel back on, and that'll be it for the installation. All right guys, so this is what they look like off completely. Okay, so this is 4-way, so that's just one. That's with the brake. So what's interesting is this one actually is glowing too while this one's blinking. Alright, so this is the turning on sequence. It's got like a animation. Looks really nice. So basically nothing too much changes. When you push the brake, it just gets a little brighter. So yeah. It's actually quite interesting how the yellow comes on with the brake. I'm not sure if that's normal, but I'm actually okay with that because you can really see the car stopping. And then we got reverse right here on the top, which also looks pretty good. So yeah, really nice lights actually. We really like them. There was a little bit of alignment that needed to be done, but other than that, they're pretty much good. This one does stick out a little, and you can kind of see glue over there, but yeah, that's just the way they are, I guess. But yeah, overall, really changed the look of the car, and it looks a lot more aggressive and kind of looks wider too. So thumbs up for these taillights.